Hi everyone, my name is Tiffany. Welcome back, or welcome if you've never been here before. Today I'm sharing my June TBR. So, I just want to start out by saying if you hear mowing in the background, I apologize. This is not being filmed during the vampiric hours that I run on, and I'm grateful for the grounds here. It is an amenity I'm probably paying for in some respect, but there may be noise, and I want to get this out because it's already late in my book. So let's just get started. I want to run through the new releases that I'm very excited about. The first being from Onley James. Let me make sure I get the title right, and that is going to be Devil Don't Go. This is a demon romance between a human that strikes a sexy deal with a demon in order to save his life, and it just so happens that his pain is real substance for our demon hero, and pain is also what our human hero needs to get off. All I needed to know was that Onley James was coming out with a new release. That's all I need to get on board. It's dropping on the 1st. It's probably gonna be the first thing that I pick up. Next, I cannot wait to pick up Filthy King by Serena Akeroyd. This is going to be Aiden and Savannah revisited, and Savannah is, she's my favorite heroine from this entire series. Well, one of them. It's really hard to do that. But I mean, she's a true Mafia fangirl and surrogate for Mafia romance lovers. And because of all of the secrets that were revealed in the last one, I'm interested in seeing how Aiden establishes his leadership in this book. I absolutely adore this series. If you haven't read it, I do recommend that you read them in order. This isn't something that you can just drop into and know what's going on. I will say if you are compelled, you could read Filthy Rich, which is book 2, and then circle back to Filthy and still understand what's going on. But beyond that, I wouldn't recommend it. These are alpha mafia heroes that cherish their heroines. They truly are filthy, and I love them so much. So I'm very excited about that. It drops on the 2nd. Next, I want to read, I have been waiting for this for so long, and that is The Company of Fiends by Kathryn. I loved Lady of Rooksgrave Manor, and in this one, I believe the heroine is an actress, and she works at the theater that was featured in the last book, and there's a mystery plot of missing women. Also, I think there's a mysterious patron that catches her eye. I'm just excited for monster reverse harem goodness. I normally have some issues with reverse harem, and Lady of Rooksgrave Manor was very spicy, but also heartwarming. So I'm so excited to finally pick this up. It does come out on June 23rd. I have something on my tongue and I'm trying to act like I don't. I should probably edit it out, but we're just gonna continue. The next book that I have on my TBR is Wicked Beauty by Katee Robert. This comes out on the 7th. This is going to be the first poly relationship in her Dark Olympus series. I love that they printed a step back for this book. Are you kidding me? Do I wish it was in color? Yes. But I'm just so happy that they added one. Having just a poly relationship featured in a step back in a traditionally published book when the lean has really been towards illustrated covers. I love to see it. I love how she's doing her covers. I will say that this is about Helen, Achilles, and I always messed this up in school too, Patroclus. Remember in Troy when he's sternly yelling at him? That's kind of usually how I get it, but we're gonna go with that. It's Patroclus, right? I hope so. But I think that the link to Olympus is gonna have to be Helen. Honestly, Katee can do whatever she wants, but I do know that Helen is the sister of the newly appointed Zeus. In this world, the title does rotate, so I do think that will be the link, and I'm intrigued. Okay, I'm ready to freaking go. Next, I will be reading an arc that was sent to me from JJ McAvoy. I'm so excited about this. This cover is absolutely freaking stunning. And Aphrodite is summoned to London to help with her sister's debut. And it's there where she runs into the Duke that broke her heart by leaving her for another woman. Now he's a widow and he's determined to woo her. And, you know, she's willing to mend old wounds, but not to fall again. And I'm interested in seeing how she tries to accomplish that. But I'm so excited. There's mention of like the queen really praising her beautiful brown skin, which I can't wait to read that. And this is also JJ McAvoy's first historical romance. I was gobsmacked, okay? When she asked if I wanted to read it, like, yes, please. I'm honored that she even sent this to me and like asked me. Oh, I cannot wait. I'm reading this month. It does not come out until August 23rd. So I'll have to figure out how to not be long-winded with my review and update on that one. That's going to be tough for me. Next, for the Rake Appreciation Society run by Jen from the book Refuge and Crystal from Christian's Bookish Life, I am finally reading Love and War by Shirra, Lynn. I have been meaning to get to this book. I'm so glad that she picked it. This is set in a Nazi-occupied Paris. This is a romance between a black heroine who is a lounge singer and a surgeon that is really duped into serving the Reich. He oversees her being hassled by officers, and he basically lies and says that she's his maid, and they are forced into proximity to continue on with this ruse. He gives her refuge from being round up, and I have just heard beautiful things about this book. I believe on Charles's channel, Charles Books on Stereo, he has an interview with the author on his channel, and Jen has like a really good breakdown on hers. I will try to find those and link them. They were done a while ago. Like I said, this has been on my list for a minute, but I cannot wait to get to it. The live show is on the 16th, and I'll throw the graphic up for that. The next book that I want to read is Fall Boys by Penelope Douglas, and this is going to be for the Cover to Cover book club run by Tori from Novel Life and Sam from Sam Reads a Little. I have to get to this. I have been behind on this book club, and I believe that this is part of a spin-off series, so I'm really hoping that I can read the Far Away series before then. I think the live show, I mean, I have it written down here, is on the 27th. So I think I have time. Is it? Yes. The Fall Away series, excuse me. It's on the 27th. So I think I have time to like maybe get to that first. All I know is that this is new adult, and I'm going in blind. I will be picking this up this month. Next, I am going to be reading, for the SJM along, I'm going to be reading Queen of Shadows, and we're going to be reading the novella Assassin and the Underworld. The next live show is going to be on Rachel Reads and Sings. I love her, and I also am looking forward to her breakdown or her theories on this, because I'm like fresh off of the replay of the Heir of Fire live show. So I really liked what she had to say about that. So I'm just loving this read along. I'm loving the hunting for clues. I'm loving the crossover, and I'm just like loving that we're all doing it together. Again, I'm very happy that Jen organized this. It's been a lot of fun. Next, 7 Days of June by Tia Williams. I just keep hearing that this is a heavy-hitting read about two broken people that reunite at a literary event. And I cannot wait to read it. I'm interested in seeing what separated them after, like, you know, knowing each other in childhood, and seeing how this book handles trauma. Again, I'm finally picking this up. Play on title, you know, in the month, but I'm ready for this one. It's been on my TBR for a while. Next, I want to read The Torn and Bound Duet by Webster and Nikki Ash. Jen has been talking about this polyamorous relationship, and what's intrigued me about it is that it's an MMFM. The communication that she talks about that is in this book that really needs to be had in order for them to have a healthy and cohesive relationship. And I'm always looking for that. I want everybody to be with everyone. And so this piqued my interest, and I'm going to prioritize picking it up this month. I also, rapid fire, I just want to go through the series that I want to continue. First, that'll be the Hathaway series, okay? I'm on the third book. And so I am going to be reading Tempt Me at Twilight by Lisa Kleypas. And I'm telling you, like, after reading, again, The Magic, Dreaming of You, Mine Till Midnight, like, I am done holding on to these books. It is time for me to continue picking them up because I've just been loving the romance in the swoon and clocking things that I really enjoy in romance that I'm like seeing her doing like in the freaking 90s. So anyway, continuing on, because of the Hathaway series, I'm going to be starting the Wallflowers. And so I would like to read Secrets of the Summer Night by Lisa Kleypas as well. I also want to continue on with The Mackenzies by Jennifer Ashley. So I'm going to be reading the third book in that series as well. And that is The Many Sins of Lord Cameron. I am falling more and more in love with this family, so the swoon freaking continues. This month, I will also be chipping away at my Kindle Unlimited TBR. I'm gonna throw a card up for that video because there's no need for me to like run through it. It is Pride Month though, so I probably will be prioritizing Try by Ella Frank. And lastly, I do want to wrap this TBR video up with a couple books that are going to be read in December. And the reason why I'm bringing them up now is because I kind of wanted to share my process in doing my own bookish advent calendar. I really want one this year, okay? And I was gonna go the Etsy route, but I had a little trepidation to order it and then December come around and I not actually enjoy the books that are sent to me. So I have decided to prioritize all of the books that have been sent to me from my Amazon wish list and a few others, which are a part of what I picked today. If you have sent me something from my Amazon wish list, thank you. Everything as of now on that list is something that I already love, and I cannot wait to reread them and remember you at the end of the year. I'm so grateful that you would support my channel and send me books. It's like my favorite thing to get. And so yeah, I would like to relive these gifts at the end of the year. And also I'm prioritizing the many books that are on my shelf that I have yet to get to. I plan on picking 2 books a month up until November. That should make 12 bookish days of Christmas, but also 12 is a good number for me to realistically get to in light of the fact that I pick up a holiday novella a day in December, and I'm sure I'll have a full-on TBR. I also want to start this early because I plan on wrapping all of these books in the same wrapping paper, and by the time December rolls around, I'm not going to know what's what. So the first 2 books that I picked were gifts. The first being from Tori from Novel Life here on BookTube, and she just sent me just a beautiful and loving package. This like copy is signed. It is from like her local freaking bookstore. I just thought it was so sweet that she would send me anything at all. This is holiday themed. So we're dealing with His Mistress by Christmas. I just really feel like she's working this damn dress. I'm going to wrap this up, and I think this is like the only holiday read as of now that I know is going to be in the advent calendar. So I'm excited to wrap this up. Thank you, Tori. And then the next book that I've been meaning to get to, and that's also was a gift from Jen. She sent me Unclaimed by Courtney Malone. She sent me Unclaimed along with an entire box of books. We're just gonna keep moving through this. This is not about me like getting misty. Thank you, Jen. So I have been meaning to get to this because the heroine is a courtesan, and I believe she is given a deal that she really can't refuse and is meant to seduce the hero, who has a reputation of propriety after coming out with, I think it was either like a pamphlet or a book about chastity. And so I've been meaning to get to this. Jen was really moved by this book, so I'm wrapping it up and ensuring that I get to it in the month of December. So I thought I'd share that process. If you want to make your own DIY bookish calendar to kind of ensure that everything that you open in December is something that you're looking forward to, you can join me, but I'm really excited about that. One of my favorite things to do for the last 2 years is to watch Crystal's vlogs, and last year she had that like Adagio tea, like advent calendar, and I was like, I want something to open every day. And I also live alone, so this will be like a fun way to have something under my tree. Anyway, I want to thank you for joining. Please consider subscribing and sticking around, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.